Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. After a long day at Schoonover Stadium, it all comes down to this. It is time for our nightcap. It is Release Baseball and the Marucci Spikes up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Smacked into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
For one final time this summer, good afternoon/evening, and welcome to Schoonover Stadium on the campus of Kent State University. This is the 2025 Kent State Invite number 4 on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Today's matchup features Release Baseball 17U Carinci taking on the 16U Marucci Spikes. Should be a fun game on hand today. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. This game has a lot of interesting pieces to go along with it. The big one for this Release squad, can they get that final late season push using the motivation from their NABF World Series loss to make sure that they are an above 500 team? A lot of talent on this roster. They did lose some guys after last season, so this is going to be a very telling end of the season to see where they truly stack up in the 17U realm. It is going to be Michael Cummings stepping in to lead things off for the Spikes. An earlier start on hand today as it is 5:11. And we are off to the races. First pitch up high for ball 1. And we are officially underway in our final broadcast of the 965 Midwest Challenge season. On the 1-0, it is brought down just a touch. Now 1-1 the count. Brady Carpenter, the rising senior at David Anderson High School, is on the bump today for Release. And we will see what he can do. Count even, 1-1 strike. The pitch hangs up high for ball 2. We saw at least the core of this Release Baseball Carinci squad all the way last year at Hudson in the Diamond League tournament as they ended up winning it all, taking down NMC Reitenbach in the championship game after completely dismantling the H24 Longhorns in the semifinals. I believe they entered that competition as the 4 seed and walked out of there as the champion. Here comes the 2-2, and it is off the plate for ball 3. We are full. In the on-deck circle, it is going to be Klimkowski. Payoff pitch, good hit to the right side. It is down in right center. It is a leadoff single for the leadoff hitter Cummings. And that's exactly what the leadoff guy has to do. Get on base, get a spark ignited. And that's exactly what he can do there. Good rope into right center. And that is some early momentum for the Marucci Spikes. And now it is Lucas Klimkowski stepping in. First pitch is low for ball one. Unfortunately, we did not get a starting lineup for the Spikes. Well, we did, and unfortunately, the message, I guess, did not send up here, so we are currently jotting it down as we go. Popped up to the left side in no man's land, and it is going to go out of play, foul. Count now 1-1. So we do apologize for that, as we will try to piece things together as this game progresses. So now 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Klimkowski wearing number 30, a rising junior at Kishee Area High School in Pennsylvania. The 1-1 beautifully in there now, 1-2 the count. Release baseball a 17U squad and the Spikes a 16U. That is a discrepancy to look at as this game goes on to see if experience is enough to take down the Spikes. Fly ball sent into left center field, still going back. And it is going to be caught in center. No, it's dropped. Brown unable to get it. His throw to 2 is not in time. And it is going to be an E8. First 2 runners aboard for the Marucci Spikes. And that's a tough error out in left center by Logan Brown. One of the best players on this roster. That time he caught up to it, but couldn't squeeze the glove quick enough. Kukaj, the number 3 hitter, now steps in for the Spikes. First 2 on, and he will look to follow suit here. First pitch up high for ball 1. It is Mason Cuffman, number 54, awaiting in the on-deck circle for the Spikes. Still nobody out in the inning. The 1-0. Ground ball hit to the left side and through into left field. They are going to send the opening run home, and he is in easily. It is an RBI single, and that will put the Spikes on the board in our final game of the day. Nicely done with some timely hitting. Still nobody out. But the Marucci Spikes, this early lead, this early momentum, that is definitely what they want to see. And now Kaufman an opportunity to expand on it in the number 4 slot. First pitch taken up and in for ball 1. Carpenter so far 13 pitches, and this is not the start that he had desired. Still plenty of time for him to work, but at some point there will be some action in the bullpen if it continues down this path. The 1-0 hits the outer edge, now 1-1 the count. It is Brett Kelly, the rising junior at Mars area, who awaits in the on-deck circle for the Spikes. The 1-1, it will carry to the top right corner, now 1-2 the count. Good responses by Carpenter, but still plenty of work to do in this inning, and it starts with getting the first out. 3 on after 3 up to begin the game. Good piece to the right side, and the hit parade continues. It is a single to the right side. They will relay home. The play not in time. Throw to 3, also not in time. That'll put him at the corners, and that'll make it 2-0 Marucci. This team coming in on a win streak, and you can tell they want to keep it going. Back-to-back RBI singles, that time from Kaufman. And now it is Kelly stepping in the 5 slot. Through 4 batters, 2 runs have scored. So a very, very good start. Can they make it better? Popped up to the right side and out of play. 0-1 the count. But to have runners at the corners this early and a good cushion starting to establish for the Spikes, if you release, you have to make some changes here. Lose this game, you go to 1-1 in the tournament, and it's an uphill battle from there. The 0-1 popped foul, now 0-2 the count. This is the first game for the Marucci Spikes McCullough roster, as their counterparts in the last game ended up losing to Team Ohio Pro Select. So an opportunity for the organization to split the day. The 0-2 ground ball chopped down the third base side. The throw home, it is in time. They got him at home for out number 1. And that is where you need to get that first out. You cut it off there, and That will make the Marucci Spikes have to work for their next run. Either way, nicely done by the defense. They needed that out, and they get their first one courtesy of Fauver. Aaron Fauver made the right choice. He is a rising senior at McKinley, and with the Federal League being as highly contested as it is, that is one way to battle test you. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count to begin the at-bat, as it is Ben Wary stepping in. It is Carson Manier in the on-deck circle in the number 7 slot for the Spikes. 0-1 carries over, count now even. Next inning, for release, it's Brown, Fauver, and Kramer, 1, 2, and 3. And they will look to get the offense rolling for release, who right now has to dig out of a 2-run hole. Fly ball sent into right field. Barman underneath it, makes the play for out number 2. Almost lost it in the sun, but was able to recover and finally get underneath it. Still release baseball, their defense. They're going to need to step up one final time to get that third out. Either way, this inning, a very good one for the Marucci Spikes. And the question is, does it stop here, or can they make it 3-0? They got close with that play at home, but not close enough. Wave and a miss on the first pitch, 0-1 the count. And it is a lot of pitches to begin the game for Carpenter. That was number 23 of the inning. And he'll have to keep that pitch count down as this game progresses. Swing and a miss on the 0-1 up high. Count now 0-2. Release looking to retire the side and get to the sticks in the bottom of the first. The 0-2 lobbed in and at the last moment fouled away. A good survival swing. Carson Manier now steps in. It's an 0-2 count on Manier, the number 27 wearer. Once again, we are still getting the lineup as it comes in. So we will have hopefully positions for you in the bottom of the inning. The 0-2 once again runs in the inside corner and connects for strike 3 looking. And the side is retired. First strikeout of the game from Carpenter retires the side. But it is a good start for the Marucci Spikes as they plate 2 in the opening half inning. Middle of 1 in Kent. The Marucci Spikes up 2-0 on release. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Releases offense looking for a response in the bottom of the first inning, down 2-0 early to the Marucci Spikes. This is game number 5 of 5 for us today on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Brown fouls off the first offering, 0-1 the count. Logan Brown, the center fielder, a rising senior at Buckeye High School in Medina County. 0-1. Good drive over to second base, but it is going to be caught for out number 1. A hard line drive to Wary, but he makes the play easily. That is a great start if you are the Marucci Spikes. 1 up, 1 down, just like that. And on the mound today for the Spikes, it is number 42, Brady Thompson. He is a rising junior at Shaler Area High School in Pennsylvania. First pitch to Fauver will hit the backstop, 1-0 the count. Aaron Fauver wearing number 2, a rising senior at Canton McKinley. And we will be at Canton McKinley's home field at Thurman Munson Stadium tomorrow for the NABF College World Series. Thompson's 1-0. It will miss up high for ball 2. But so far the Marucci Spikes in control of this game. The question is, after a couple of innings of defense, will that still be the case? And that is the big concern. A lot of these teams against teams that they maybe shouldn't be up against, they get those early leads, and I feel like this Marucci Spikes team has enough to beat Release, but they get up early and then they can't control the game from there. With plays like that, changing the game, Fauver, a great rope into left center. He is not stopping at 2. He is going to third, and he is going to pump the brakes there. It is a big one-out triple for Aaron Fauver. And that'll put the opening run of the game for Release 90 feet away. One swing of the bat and Release is right back in it. Just a lot of power into left center field. Perfectly shoots the gap. And now it will turn over to Cole Kramer, the catcher, to try and drive him in. Kramer in the 3 spot, a rising senior at Twinsburg. First pitch taken for ball 1. Once again, this roster pretty much coming back from last year, just, I believe, changing leadership. The 1-0 swing and a miss, now 1-1 the count. And these organizations do a great job of getting groups of guys together and keeping them in the same team until maybe 18U, and then they go off to college. But throughout those 6 summers, they really build together and become some of the best players in the area. 1-1 connects for strike 2. In the on-deck circle for Release, it is Alex Rossetti, the shortstop. Here comes the 1-2. Popped up and out of play, foul. And looking at the Spikes defense, from what we've been told, there is a good shot of a split game behind the dish. It is Maine back there now. We will see if he does catch the whole game or not. The 1-2, good, pull down the left field line, but Kramer will be denied as it will bounce foul. So count remains 1-2. Thompson so far 10 pitches in this first inning. The 1-2, it is there for strike 3, and there is out number 2. First strikeout of the day for Thompson. And it comes at a big time after that triple. You want to get an out. You want to keep that runner at third and make it where a force play anywhere gets you out of the inning. And you are exactly there. 2 down, runner at third as Rossetti steps in. Alex Rossetti wearing number 7, a rising senior at Medina. High hanger up and out into left center field. It'll be called off and caught by Klimkowski, and the inning is over. A 1-out triple put Release in a good spot, but the Marucci Spikes defense in the end steals the stage, and they get the final 2 outs needed to end the inning. Through 1 in Kent, it is the visitors. The Marucci Spikes up 2-0 on Release. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Ryden Rooker steps in to get things underway in the top of the second inning with the Marucci Spikes up 2-0 on Release Baseball. For those just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening in game number 5 of 5 today on the channel. First pitch will hit the outside edge for strike one. A lot of baseball being played today. So far we have had a total of 2 run rule victories. And then 2 games going the distance into the 7th. High pop up towards short as it will carry out into the outfield. Rossetti underneath it has it for out number 1. And that is a good start to the inning defensively for Release. They had some issues last time out getting that first out, but this time they get it done quickly. And with 1 down, that is going to now bring in the next hitter of the inning. And that is going to be, I believe, Thompson, it says. First pitch going to be in there for a strike. Brady Thompson is the starting pitcher, so we'll see what he can do here to help out his cause before he goes back out onto the mound. Coming out 0-2. After Thompson, it'll go then to Hunkley in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss, 2 up, 2 down. And that'll be the second strikeout of the game for Carpenter. So it looks like Marucci is going to be batting 11 as it is Walker in the on-deck circle. And I believe that'll bring us back to the top of the order, and that should finally round out our roster for Marucci Spikes. Once again, we do apologize. Something happened with the transmission of the lineup card up to us via text. So we have been having to kind of scout out who is up and anticipate who is up next in the on-deck circle to figure out the batting order and the defense as well. So we thank you for bearing with us in that regard. Here comes the 1-1 from Carpenter. Good drive into center field, and it is down right in front of Brown for a 2-out single. Nice drive from Hunkley, able to get it down in center field. It might be late to bring him in, but still always a good opportunity no matter the time to try and bring somebody in. And when you're already up, this is, I would say, one of the better opportunities that you will see. First pitch to Walker, it is in the dirt for ball 1. And then in the on-deck circle, it is Ashton Main. With 2 down in the inning for Walker. Walker, a good rip over to Rossetti at short. He will have to go the long way to 1, and the play is made. The side is retired as well. Nice work by Rossetti over at short as he has a pair of putouts in the second inning. Middle of 2, quickly done by Release. Their offense looks to get a quick start when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Kent State's Schoonover Stadium for the bottom of the second inning. A good game so far for the Marucci Spikes as they find themselves up 2-0 on release. For those just tuning in, this game did end up starting early, as that is the reason why 3 minutes after the scheduled start time, we are in the bottom of the second inning. Not a quick game, but just quite simply put, it is a early start to the day, and that should give us an early end to our final game. Count now 1-1. It is Ravansky, Holcomb, and Karhoff. 5, 6, and 7 this inning for release. The 1-1 is going to miss off the plate for ball 2. Thompson so far has 1 strikeout for the Marucci Spikes. His 2-1 offering runs well inside for ball 3. And if you are released, the longer you let this game go on when you are down, the more difficult it's going to be to get back in. This is a good spot. Your offense is ready to go now. They've seen it once. Your defense, they got some momentum for you in the top of the inning. Now you got to work with it. Grounder over to first, flick to 1 on a good cover play from Thompson. Is in time for out number 1. Good patience all the way around as it is a simple routine ground out to get things underway. But even those routine plays take a lot of communication. That's exactly what went into it there. Good work over at first base to communicate to the pitcher, Thompson, okay, I need you here right now, and I'll toss you the ball at this point, and that communication more than enough to get the first out of the inning. Now it turns to Holcomb, who sees a first pitch strike on the outer edge. 0-1 the count. Holcomb, wearing number 19, just finished up his senior year at Walsh. Now he is off to Ohio Dominican. On the 0-1, a good drive into right center field, and it is going to drop as it is off the center fielder's glove. There's a play at 2 potentially. The throw, it is just going to be late. And on another E8, that will put a runner in scoring position for release. There's their second runner to go into scoring position in the game. And now it is the power hitter, Zach Karhoff, stepping in to try and drive him in. Zach Karhoff wearing number 38, rising senior at Hoban. Older brother Andrew committed to Ashland, and he is off there next year. First swing, oh my, a good crank in the left, and it is down. It is going to be dropped in left, and that should bring in 1. Holcomb will score from second, and into second base is Karhoff. And release is back within 1. This is what we expected from their offense from the get-go. A lot of good, powerful hits. Karhoff gets it done, and it looks like it's on back-to-back errors. That one you could call a hit as he did dive, but on the ball rolling to the fence, that was more of a error in left. Still, back-to-back drops, and release is back in it. Tying run in scoring position for Finn Barman. First pitch right down Broadway for strike 1. Barman played throughout, I would say, the majority of the regular season for Release's 16U squad, Release Dick. So we will see how he does at the 17U level. He has the grade qualification for it, I believe. And we'll see how he fares against some older competition, or in this case, the Marucci Spikes, a team that is at his level at the 16U threshold. The 0-2, it is off the plate for ball 1. We talk about players bouncing around all the time between organizations and between levels in those organizations. We saw Nate Myers, who's a 14U player, play for 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and the college group at Premier this year. Ground ball hit over towards short. The long throw to one is not in time. He beat out the throw, and that'll put 2 on with 1 down. Good hustle by Barman. And the Ignatius man is on at first base, setting up a fellow Wildcat in McKee. Matt McKee, a rising senior at St. Ignatius. And an opportunity for him to tie up the game. Karhoff at second, and at first it is Barman. Good rip down the left field line. That is for sure extra bases, and that is for sure going to tie things up, potentially giving Release the lead as well. They are going to try it. The relay home. It is not in time. He is in, and he is also there at third. McKee gets it done, and with one swing of the bat, from down 1 to up 1, Release goes. What a cut from McKee. Perfectly ropes it down the line. And this is what we expected to see from this Release offense. Nicely done. I believe on the throw home he did advance to third, so that could be classified a 2 RBI triple. Or a 2 RBI double, I would say, more than that. Either way, 3-2, it is Release on top. And a chance for them to get some cushion, but time now called. As it appears the catcher went into the dugout for something. The Marucci Spikes head coach, he is staying put. Interested to see what that was. But back to the top we go with Logan Brown, and he wants redemption. One of the more notable guys on this roster. This is a spot for him to show why. First pitch fouled away, 0-1 the count. And going back to that quick defensive inning, they needed that to put themselves in a good spot here, and they are in that good spot now. The 0-1, wave and a miss, now 0-2. There's a reason why they won 9-1 yesterday against the Warcats to improve to 1-0 in tournament play. And an opportunity here to make it 2-0. On the 0-2, swing and a miss, Brown is down on 3 pitches. 2 up, 2 down, or, well, after that, that is 2 down. But still, not the starts that Marucci had in mind after, well, how things started out in this game. They expected this early phase to be theirs to control, and then from there, Release to battle back in. But that is not at all the case here. First pitch to Fauver, it is going to be low for ball 1. Fauver hit a triple his first time up. Next inning for the Spikes, I believe it's 12-1-2. The 1-0 runs inside for ball 2. And I think simply put, if Release can bring in one more, make it 4-2, then that puts them in a good spot to continue adding on in each inning to potentially get an early finish. You have the lead now, and in a game like this, you cannot give it back. 2-0 was up high for ball 3. Or if the inning keeps going and they can play it a couple more, that makes this a very intriguing matchup. Be interesting to see how much Release's offense can pack a punch down the stretch and compare to Team Ohio Pro Select from the last game. Fauver, a high pop-up into center field, not what he had in mind, as there is too much underneath it. It'll be caught in center, and the side is retired, but Release has flipped the game courtesy of Matt McKee as his 2 RBI double brought in a pair, making it 3-2 Release through 2. The home team up by 1 on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. To the third inning we go with Release Baseball up 3-2 on the Marucci Spikes. A lot of offense so far in this game. Combined 5 runs through 2 innings of play. This is our final game of the day, and once again, our final game of the 965 Midwest Challenge season. It has been a fun summer going around the areas to see some really good baseball. We've been here a lot. We've been at Tri-C a good amount as well. John Carroll mixed in. A lot of interesting places and a lot of great baseball has been seen and has been recorded on the channel. So make sure after this game is over, you can go and check out our full playlist of 965 Midwest Challenge action. If you want to see just the Kent State Invite stuff, we have a separate playlist for that as well. First pitch of the inning, fouled down the line, 0-1 the count. It is Maine leading things off, followed by Cummings and Klimkowski at the top of the order. So 12-1-2 for the Marucci Spikes. The 0-1 once again driven down the line, and it is the same exact result. Count quickly 0-2. Now with Release up by 1, they want to get out of this inning quick and let their offense tell the story from here. The 0-2, swing and a miss, 1 up, 1 down. Strikeout number 3 today from Brady Carpenter. And now back to the top of the order we go with Cummings. He singled his first time up. But if you are the Marucci Spikes, you saw your good start pretty much disintegrate in that last inning. You got to get something here. You got to get somebody on at least. You don't necessarily need to get some runs on the board, which it would be nice given how strong this Release offense is. But you have to get something from this inning. If not, Release is going to bulldoze right through. Swing and a miss, now 0-2 the count. And for Release, it's Kramer, Rossetti, and Radvansky next inning. So 3, 4, and 5. A lot of good hitters in that pool. The 0-2, it is taken in the dirt for ball 1. But after today, we do have 6 more broadcasts left to go this summer. 4 tomorrow at Thurman Munson. And then 2 on Sunday, once again in Canton at Thurman Munson. Tomorrow it's pool play, and then on Sunday it is the championships of the NABF World Series. So that should be fun to wrap up the season for the college kids. 2-2 driven foul. So this is our last quote-unquote high school travel ball game of the season. Not a bad way to end the campaign. Here comes the 2-2. Hit up the middle, snatched by Carpenter. And his throw over to 1 is on the money. 2 up, 2 down. And Carpenter is doing a lot of the heavy lifting himself. You look at the start of this game, those runs that scored in the last inning, only a single. This frame, 2 up, 2 down. This Release defense has settled in nicely. And if they can remain settled, this is their game for the taking. First pitch to Klimkowski is out. 1-0 the count. Carpenter that time brings it in, but still a bit high. And it is now 2-0. Patience is key, but at the same time, aggressiveness can win you some games. Both sides having to keep both of those sentiments in mind. Good drive into left field. Has a chance to get down. But in the end, McKee tracks it down before the warning track. And the side is retired in order. Releases defense. They are here and here to stay. The offense looking to pick up where they left off in the last inning. Middle of 3 in Kent. Release 3. Marucci Spikes 2 your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Time now for the call to the bullpen for the Marucci Spikes. They are going to be bringing on Brett Kelly, number 19, and he is going to take over for Thompson. Not a bad outing for him, but that second inning got away from him. And after having very minimal time to warm up, his day will be done, and I think they're going to try him again later on in this tournament. But in the meantime, it is Kramer, Rossetti, and Radvansky for release. Good start to the inning. It's a deep pop to left center, and that is in the gap for extra bases. Release's offense is right back to where they were last inning, and it is a leadoff double for Cole Kramer. How about that for an offensive start to the bottom of the inning? Release getting a lot of great hits so far today, and that is yet another example of timely hitting. You have momentum, your defense putting in one heck of a shift today after a rough start. Now, up by 1, this is your chance to break away and maybe exit this inning up 5, up 6, and then that puts you in a spot where you could walk out of here with a run rule win. And with this being the last game of the day and some of these guys having to play earlier on tomorrow, the earlier it's done, the better for them. It's already an early start, so why not be done early as well? Now it is Rossetti stepping in. First pitch he will take for strike 1. So far 2 run rules today, one an 8-run run rule, the other one a 10-run run rule. And they were back-to-back in slots 2 and 3. The 0-1 breaks over the plate, hit up the middle, has a chance to get through, instead scooped up at short. Throw to 1, late, he is safe, he called it himself, and that will put runners at the corners. The way that he ran through the bag, he put out his arms immediately. Rossetti knew he was safe, and in the end, he was right. Always risky to throw your arms out like that because a lot of the time the umpires don't like that. In this case, he was safe, and I believe if we would have shown the replay or if we had to, then I think he would have been safe. Now he takes off on the inside pitch. There's no play at second base, and he is in easily with a stolen base. Radvansky 0 for 1, but an opportunity to drive in an insurance run. The 1-0 he will take up high for ball 2. If Release can get a long inning here, maybe taking 15, 20 minutes of their time, then they could really control this game, and they can make a statement, a 2-0 statement. Weak hip up the middle. They thought about going home. Throw to 1. It is wide, but it is in time for out number 1, and he will sacrifice himself to bring in run number 4. And he was still almost safe as the first baseman kind of came off the bag, but was able to reestablish in the end. Just that slight hesitation over at short almost killed the infield. But Release now up by 2. And now it is Holcomb who reached on an error his last time up with an opportunity to make it 5-2. Good take on the first pitch. Excellent break on that offering. But in the end, it does not fool Holcomb. 1-0 the count. Now, if he can bring that kind of pitch again and do it in a good way, he might be able to get that strike called. That time he won't. Elevates it and gets it anyway. 1-1 the count. 4-2 your score. Release on top. The 1-1 up and well in for ball 2. It is the power hitter, Karhoff, in the on-deck circle. A good rip his first time up, and he will try and do it again. Kelly sets and fires the 2-1. Bounces in. It will skip away near the backstop, and that'll bring in run number 5. So a 2-run inning for release so far, and they are 1 away from having back-to-back 3 spots. And up by 3, they're in an even better spot right now. Keep in mind, they started this game down 2-0 on a 5-0 scoring run as of right now. The 3-1, it is wide for ball 4, and that'll put a runner on for Karhoff. And as we saw last time that he was up, he is best with runners on, and now has a chance to potentially hit a gap again. He got close to it. It was a good play out and left, but just in and out of the glove, and that brought in at least 1, maybe 2. I believe brought in 1, and then McKee brought in the next 2. Speaking of McKee, he is in the hole, so we are nearing him again. First pitch, nice take for ball 1. Good motion on the breaking balls from Kelly so far, and the release hitters, they are twitching. They're thinking about it, but they're making the right call in the end to hold off. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. Taken down low for ball 2. Up next, it is Finn Barman. And that'll begin a stretch of 2 Wildcats of St. Ignatius in a row. Count out 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch, it is there for strike 1. Good response by Kelly, able to get 1 in. And he will need to keep that going if he is to have success in this frame. Which so far, success would be keeping anybody else from scoring. Throw back to 1, not in time. The heat has definitely played a factor in today's games. Not as much in this final game as the worst of it was in the last game, but still a very hot day in the turf. It has been hard to manage it. The 2-1 tipped foul, count now even. This game, I believe, started at around 5:10, so we are nearing the 50-minute mark in our final game of the day. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Karhoff, 1 down in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch runs inside, almost hits him, but breaks in for strike 3 and out number 2. And that'll be the first strikeout of the day for Kelly. So 2 down, still a runner on at first as the lefty Barman steps in. Next inning for the Spikes, it is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. They will try to muster up some offense after a couple of innings of 1, 2, 3, and relatively no base runners. First pitch misses wide left for ball 1. And make sure you stay with us after this game is over, as we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. The 1-0 hits him. So that'll put 2 on once again for Matt McKee. And last time he had this scenario, he was able to bring in both guys in front of him. And now a chance to repeat the feat. The outfield, I believe, moving back just slightly for McKee. They don't want to overplay or play into his hand if he can just drop it in. And that is the game within the game of where do you position for a guy like McKee who had a nice hit the last time up. First pitch he will take for strike 1. And I think he's going to be very patient here. He wants to wait for his pitch, but at the same time he knows he can't be too selective. No balls, 1 strike that counts. The pitch, it is wide right, evening things up. In the on-deck circle, it is the speedster Logan Brown. Hasn't had much success in this game, but still one of the best guys on this team, and at a moment's notice, he can make an impact. Kelly getting ready to go for his 1-1 pitch. McKee takes again, and it'll be strike 2. 3 takes so far, nothing really getting his interest, and seeing where those 2 strikes landed, I think right corner is where he's going to attack here again to try and get one looking. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. McKee will foul it off down the left field side. And Karhoff, who is on the edge of the dugout, will just simply field it and throw it back into play. He's on it, just needs to straighten it out, and if he's trying to go down that line again, needs a little bit more patience to wait back. And either way, he has to wait back. The 1-2 again. Similar spot, this time closer to the line, and a nice play in the coaching box by Release's head coach. Once again, 2 on, 2 down, 1-2 count. Release up by 3. The pitch, it is off the plate for ball 2. He did try attacking that outside edge, and in the end, he lost it. McKee has to be ready to go here still. If that one is brought any more inside, that might be a spot that he attacks. The 2-2, and he will survive for another pitch as he fouls it back. Kind of a straight tip right behind. Good swings this at bat from McKee. Took the first 3 pitches. Now he is in attack mode. And we will see if attack mode brings in any runs. The 2-2, and once again, McKee is able to foul it away. And the great battle will continue. Time now officially 6 o'clock on the dot, so we are most likely in that final hour. That final hour that will decide who our final winner of the day is. Count remains 2-2. McKee will try again, and he will take. Kelly's offering just too far out, and we are full. The runners will be in motion, so that does help him out on a swing. Either way, if it's close, he has to protect. Otherwise, he can take his base. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and one of the most important pitches of the day. Payoff pitch. It is popped up, and it is out of play over the box. Once again, thank you to Kent State for allowing us to use their press box today and really this whole summer as we have been here a good amount. The payoff pitch again, it is down low in the dirt for ball 4. It is an excellent battle from McKee, and in the end, he will walk. So that'll load up the bases with 2 down, and now it's time called by the Spikes. They want to talk things over with Kelly and potentially make a change. We will see if they do officially make that change or not, and it does appear after that walk that a couple of college coaches are departing. I believe that means McKee was their subject, and they got what they wanted. And I believe if that is the case, that is Gannon here for them. We'll see if that does amount to anything, as a lot of these 17U guys are getting ready to decide where they want to go next year. Some of them already decided, as they are a bit younger in the 18U age group, so they do play in the 17U, and then from there, they're done. First pitch going to miss right for ball 1, and they could end up coming back next year and playing 18U. But I think the college commits will play in their own leagues, as a lot of the time these colleges will pretty much tell them, okay, this is where we want you to play. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Brown chases in the dirt. Now 1-1 the count. So far 0 for 2 today. And he just needs to straighten one out and take his time. A couple of his swings have been on pitches out of the zone. He just needs to wait for his pitch. On the 1-1, he will foul it back. Now 1-2 the counts. Stranding the bases loaded would be a tough break for Release's offense that has been so good today. They got to bring in something here. Kelly's 1-2. It is wide right, and we are even. Brown does have the capability to get that big hit. Is the 3rd time the charm, or will he have to wait for a 4th? Kelly will try again. The 2-2, and it'll be fouled away by Brown. A battle, I would say, very similar to McKee's moments ago. Good resilience from the righty. Just needs to find a straw that breaks the camel's back. The 2-2 runs inside, and he will pop it down the line, but it is going to go foul. And that was his pitch. A great pop, and if that was fair, then bring in at least 2, maybe 3. But he will have to wait for now. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now time called by Brown as he wants to step out, as the pitcher is taking a few extra moments that he did not want him to be taking. Here comes the 2-2 again, and he will take it inside for ball 3. We are full. Release up by 3. If 1 comes in, they'd lead by 4. A big payoff pitch upcoming for Kelly. The payoff pitch tipped, foul by Brown, so he will see it again. Back-to-back excellent battles. Up next it is Fauver, who is 1 for 2 today, a triple and a flyout. So if he can tap into that triple, then that will put Release in a good spot heading into the 4th. Here comes the payoff pitch. Brown is going to pop it up over to the right side. And that is going to be caught, and the inning is over. In the end, the bases will be stranded loaded, as only 2 runs will come across to score this inning for Release. Still, they are in control. Through 3 innings at Kent, it is Release up 5-2 on the Marucci Spikes. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. The Spikes offense needs to get going in the top of the 4th inning, down by 3. Still plenty of time left to work, but if this Release offense continues to score runs for fun, then this game could get out of hand quick. And that could have been a very momentous swing to begin, but it is fouled instead. 0-1 the count. Sukaj, the first baseman, in for the 2nd time today. And it is another good drive to the left side. This time it is caught by McKee for out number 1. He had an RBI single earlier on in the game. This time, too much behind it, and it is right to the left fielder. 1 up and 1 quickly down, as that'll set up Kaufman. He also has an RBI single to his name today. But Mason Carpenter, one of the stories of the game, a rough start, and he has really settled in nicely. Brady Carpenter, excuse me, as he had a really tough start to this game, allowing those couple of runs in the 1st. But since then, he has been near perfect. And that's what you want to see from your starting pitcher, a guy who can go 5-6 innings in a game like this and give you quality. Good rip down the line, but it is foul. Count now 1-2. With its performance very reminiscent of Team Ohio Pro Select in the game before this one. Bases loaded a couple of times and just couldn't bring anybody in. The 1-2, swing and a miss. This time he gets the better of him. 2 up, 2 down. And that'll be strikeout number 4 today for Carpenter. But from 2 hard liners fouled to then a swing and a miss, that is great work on the mound. With 2 down, that'll bring in Brett Kelly. Kelly came on to pitch in the last inning in place of Thompson. And Thompson was a late addition as he was supposed to start, then was moved out, and then eventually became the starter again. Fly ball in the left. It is going to drop for a 2-out single. Nice piece of hitting for Kelly as that'll give the Spikes something on the base path with 2 down. They got to work from here. They got to bring him in here. We saw what happened last inning. Nothing going offensively. Release, they filled up the time in the bottom of the inning, and they did some good damage. First pitch to Wary is in the dirt for ball 1. Once again, tomorrow we will be at Thurman Munson Stadium. 11, 1:30, 4, and 6:30 first pitches in those games. Good rope down the left side. Foul. Count now 1-1. But tomorrow will be very interesting to see how the NABF World Series ends up shaping out. I think we will have a lot of answers early on in the day to see who is going to be the contending teams and who is going to be the teams that are there just to kind of fill out the numbers. And the big storyline is, can Stark County get a half-decade of dominance? 4 in a row for them. Can they win a 5th NABF World Series? Ground ball hit to the left side and through. It is back-to-back base knocks for the Spikes. And that gives them some life with 2 down. If you release, you got to get this final out here. If you allow them to keep getting guys on, this game is going to become a dogfight. And usually in a dogfight, especially in a game like this, the underdog, especially the underdog who made an hour-and-a-half trip out here, they're going to be the one to pull it out in the end. So something has got to change here. Many of the shortstops stepping in for the second time today. He struck out looking his first time up. And now it does appear that Carpenter is going to go and call time and summon Kramer to himself on the mound. And looking at the time, I do believe that we are now an hour in, so we do have an hour left to go in this game. And that is at least before the time limit comes into effect. But right now, no real talk of the time limit as we are focusing on this tight affair. First pitch is going to miss low for ball 1. 2 on, 2 down, top of the 4th inning. The pitch. Ground ball hit up the middle towards short. Rossetti will charge. He will have to throw through to 1, and it is in time. The side is retired. Nicely done by Rossetti, taking the 4 sure outs, and the inning is over. 2 on, but no damage done by the Spikes. Officially the halfway point of this game. Release Baseball 5, the Marucci Spikes 2, your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Once again, the call to the bullpen has been made. And we will see who is on now to throw for the Spikes. It appears that it is going to be number 53, Benjamin Wary. First pitch he throws is chopped on over to third. Throw to one, scoops up for out number 1. And that'll quickly retire Aaron Fauver. So 1 up, 1 down. And that is now going to bring in Cole Kramer. Kramer doubled his last time up for release. Still 3 more innings left to go after this one, and it should be a tight finish and a good game to end. First pitch misses up high for ball 1. But release looked like they were going to be on their way to cruising out of here with a big win. But now that cruise has been turned into a kind of modest drive. Still up by 3 and in control, but the offense looking different here. And with the bases loaded last inning and nothing going, they're really going to kick themselves for not capitalizing there. The 1-1 misses off the plate for ball 2. Getting 1 home this inning would be a good step in the right direction, though, for release. And on the dropped pitch, they're going to call it a strike. Count now 2-2. A lot of the time, usually they don't give it, even if it is, because it's dropped. But that one, I do agree, is a no-doubter. You kind of have to call it regardless. Here comes the 2-2, and it is off the plate for ball 3. In the on-deck circle after Kramer, it is Rossetti. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch, it is hung into left field, and it is going to be caught for out number 2. Nicely done out in left field as they're able to easily bring that one in. And the quick inning defensively for the Spikes continues. 2 up, 2 down, and that'll set up Rossetti. Rossetti has singled and has flown out so far today. If Rossetti keeps the inning going, it goes to Radvansky. First pitch, he will take up high for ball 1. No, they're going to say he went. So count now 0-1. A lot of late calls today, and a lot of those have come with 3 balls, and it looks like it's going to be a walk, and then they're halfway down the line, and they call him back. Good crank into center field, but caught on the side is retired. Yet another instance of a great swing, but to the wrong spot. A quick bottom of the 4th inning gives the Spikes a shot here entering the 5th inning. Down by 3. The offense, it is go time for them. They got to get rolling when we return. The question is, can they get it done? You are watching the 2025 Kent State Invite number 4 on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. To the 5th inning we go. 5-2 your score. Release baseball on top of the Marucci Spikes. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. If you are just tuning in, this is our 5th and final game of the day, and this is overall our final 965 Midwest Challenge game of the summer. Our final 6 broadcasts starting tomorrow at Thurman Munson will all be a part of the 2025 NABF College World Series. We are looking forward to those games and seeing what ends up happening in that field of 7, which then becomes a field of 3 come playoff time. 1-1 taken for a strike now, 1-2 the count. Carpenter sets and delivers. Ground ball hit over towards first. Nice pickup, and the play is made for out number 1. Radvansky with the simple putout gets us underway in the 3rd to last inning. But as time quickly ticks away from the Spikes, the offense needs a big hit. One of those big doubles or triples that we have seen time and time again today from release. They need somebody, anybody in this order to step up. First pitch runs in for ball 1. It is Thompson back in after having his day end early on the mound. Last time he was up, he struck out. Count now 1-1 on the former starting pitcher. And with this deep of an order, batting all 12 guys, it takes a lot to get all the way around to give another guy a shot. That is the nice thing about release's order. 3 less guys, and they're getting their big power guys back up quicker and quicker each time. And there's a good shot. We do see McKee in the next inning. The 1-2 grounded over towards short. The throw to 1 is on the money for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 quickly down. Both squads defensively are working quick. And now that'll bring in Hunkele. He singled his first time up. Hunkele wearing number 18, a rising junior at Pine Richland High School. And he will fly this one off to the right side in foul territory. And the play is made and the side is retired just like that. Nicely done by the release defense. Radvansky 2 put out, and on the middle one, he was able to receive it to confirm the out. Releases defense, another 1-2-3 inning, and they have been at their best offensively after an inning just like this. Can Release officially shut the door on the Spikes? That is their hope, but the question is for Marucci. This group has been scrappy all day, whether it be this group or the Antonucci squad before. Can that scrappiness turn into something concrete? Find out when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Back on for the bottom of the 5th inning. Release up 5-2 on the Marucci Spikes. The sun once again being blocked. One of the cooler times of the day. And we will see if that does impact the players. Only 1 game for each group today, but still, to be out here fighting the elements, it is not easy at all. It makes every little play 10 times more difficult. Fly ball sent down the line. It should be foul. Either way, it is caught for out number 1. And that'll quickly retire Radvansky. The Marucci Spikes trying to return the favor and get release quickly in this inning. And if they can, that gives the offense a little spark heading into the second to last frame. Keep in mind they have to kind of mortgage this one as, okay, we have 6 outs to work with, need 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead. How do we get there? And a lot of that starts with the defense. First pitch is away from Holcomb, 1-0 the counts. Ben Wary still on the mound. He came in last inning, and after doing a solid job, he will stay on for the 5th at least. Potentially more, as so far he has been, I would say, pretty good. Albeit it's still a small sample size, and that's the tough thing in baseball. You can say a guy's having a good game through 2 innings, but you add the 3rd in there, and then the stats are all inflated because of a couple of hits. But right now, for the sample size that we have seen, he has been exactly what the Spikes have needed. They needed somebody to come on here and shut down a very dangerous offense, and he has done just that. The 1-2, and he will take it down low. They're going to appeal, and he did go. There is strike 3, 2 down. And that is why you tag. He is not going to give the decision until the appeal is made. He tags him. And there's no opportunity to run down the line. On the other end, I do think that is a really dumb rule in baseball. It's a drop 3rd strike in that case if he went. You can't then appeal, and then all of a sudden you tag him out. That kind of takes away the advantage of the drop 3rd. You got to catch it to make sure that's your 3rd strike, but in that case, on the appeal of a chop swing or a half swing and he wins, then that changes things. The 1-0, it is right down Broadway now. 1-1 the count. Next inning for the Spikes, it's Walker, Maine, and Cummings, 11, 12, and 1. The 1-1 on the outer edge for strike 2. So far in this game, Karhoff is 0 for 2 technically, as he did reach on an error. It could be a single, just depends on which way you rule it, and then he struck out his last time up. This time a deep fly ball into right center field, and it is going to be down for extra bases. Finally a big breakthrough hit for release at long last, and it is going to be a double for Karhoff. That is their first hit dating back to, I believe, Rossetti, his last time up. So the first hit in a long while for Release's offense. And even more so to kind of solidify the victory, or at this point as the victory is still in question, solidify the lead. You got to get one in here. And now the task turns to Barman. First pitch to Barman hits the outer edge for strike 1. And after Barman, it goes back to McKee. The 0-1, once again, it is there. Now 0-2 the count. Good work from Wary as he is looking to give his team a shot to play down by 3 in the 6th. And I would say that is a good spot to be. The Spikes in the last game in a very similar spot. The 0-2 fouled away. So we will see the 0-2 one more time. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Once again, McKee in the on-deck circle. The pitch, it is in the dirt and blocked for ball 1. Karhoff is going to remain over at second base. No action. I would say too close for him to even think about going. And that's just kind of a testament to the catching today. A lot of good blocks. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and the side is retired. Barman chases and helps out Wary, and that'll conclude the 5th inning. No damage done by Release once again. 2 innings left to go. Release in control. The Marucci Spikes offense looking to do some damage when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com.
or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Schoonover Stadium, top of the 6th inning, and it is released up 5-2 on the Marucci Spikes. First pitch of the inning is sent into shallow. It looked like center field, but in the end it does stay in the infield and is caught at second base by Holcomb for out number 1. But just the angle looked like it was going to go into center field, but it very clearly does not. And that is the tough optical illusion of reading a pop-up, especially one that hangs over the infield. You don't really know where that ball is going to end up dropping. A gust of wind could carry it a few extra feet, and that could mess everything up. The second pitch of the inning, that one is more clear-cut into the outfield, but it does have a similar fate as Barman catches it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down on, well, 2 pitches. Good efficiency so far in this frame from Carpenter. The Spikes now 4 outs to play with across, well, a third of this inning and then the next. And I don't know if you take it here just to try and make it more than a 3-pitch inning. And he does. It's upstairs for ball 1. That is the right call. I mean, I think either way you kind of take it to just kind of make sure you don't have a 1-2-3, 1-2-3 inning. But that really doesn't matter if that ball was perfectly placed. The 1-0 ground ball. It is going to be hit over towards second. And that is going to confirm a 4-pitch inning. One take the whole frame. And it is a 1-2-3 inning all the way around. Good work by the defense of Release. Their offense, one final opportunity to do some damage to solidify their lead before they go back out on defense one final time. As we step aside for the bottom of the 6th inning, remember this is our final 965 Midwest Challenge game of the summer. We do thank you all for your support this campaign, but still 6 more games left to go for us before we call it quits for summer, at least baseball-wise, as we will spend tomorrow all day at Thurman Munson Stadium. That'll be for the NABF College World Series starting at 11 a.m., followed by 1:30, 4, and 6:30 first pitches. Then on Sunday morning, we will conclude our summer of baseball coverage once again at Thurman Munson, as we will have games at 9 and 11:30 a.m. Follow us at SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 to be notified of all of our upcoming games. Middle of 6 in Kent, it is released up 5-2 on the Marucci Spikes. 9, 1, and 2 for release in the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-2 your score. Release on top of the Marucci Spikes, as this is Release's final chance offensively to solidify their lead before the defense has to go back out one final time to try and confirm this win. 0-1 the count to begin things, as that is a good first pitch on the outer edge. McKee will take that one inside. Count now even. McKee 1 for 1 today, a 2 RBI double and a walk to his name, as he has had a very good game from the 9 slot. The 1-1 weakly popped out of play. Count now 1-2. And that'll ding in the stands below us. A lot of real estate below us as we are in the press box, which is, I would say, central to the overall bowl below us. The 1-2, good rip to the left side, and it is through for a leadoff single. Nice work from Matt McKee, solidifying a 2-for-2 performance, 3-for-3 on reaching. And I would say that is a pretty good all-around performance in a pool play game, given everything, and from the 9 slot as well. And now Logan Brown is back in, looking for redemption. Last time up, he popped out with the bases loaded, but a chance here to move McKee along. First pitch misses up to Brown. 1-0 the count. Brown, one of the more talked about prospects in the Medina County area for Buckeye. I believe he is losing his head coach heading into his senior year, so we will see how he does adjust to that. The 1-0 taken. The back pick down to 1. Close, but not close enough, as he is just back in time. McKee had to give it his all to dive back in there. After Brown, it goes to Aaron Fulver. And Fulver already has an extra base hit today. McKee will take off, swing and a miss, 2-1 the count. Throw down a 2, it is going to be wide left, and McKee is in there with a stolen base. So that'll add to his impressive stat line. And once again, stay with us after our final commercial break, as we will announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. A lot of good candidates on this release squad so far. 2-1 fouled away, now 2-2 on Brown. And the whole goal of this inning for release is to solidify the lead. You're not trying to score 2,500 runs here to try and run rule the game by some absurd tally. You want to solidify your lead, take a comfortable one into the 7th, and let your defense take it from there. 2-2 fouled down the line. And unless we do hit the run rule, we will play the 7th inning, as the time limit is nowhere near. We did get an early start, as we would be just over an hour in otherwise, but in this case, starting, I would say 20-25 minutes early, we are in a head start kind of situation. Good rip to left field by Brown, as he gets it there in left. And that is going to be his first base knock of the day, putting runners at the corners. And still nobody out in this bottom of the 6th inning. Brown finally gets the job done. He's been waiting for that hit all day. And he finally is able to get that one into left field. He's been in and around there all day. But now he can showcase his speed on the bases, and with runners at the corners, and he being at first base, wouldn't be surprised to see him take off soon, or even on this pitch. First pitch to Fulver is on the outside edge for strike 1. Fulver, the third baseman, hit a triple his first time up, followed by a flyout and a ground out. Before the 0-1, he will step off. With runners at the corners, the task is simple. Put it up the middle. He is going to go, and Brown is going to have to go right back as Fulver fouls it back. Count now 0-2. I wouldn't be surprised to see Brown try it again on the 0-2. As just looking at the scenario and the situation, you get that extra head start even if there is an out. The catcher preoccupied with framing the ball, you most likely are going to have a free base. Good crank to the left side. It is through for an RBI single. Fulver produces. That'll keep 2 on, nobody out, and release his offense. They are looking poised for a big inning. Throw down to third. Not in time, and there is Brown's speed on display. So keep him at the corners, actually. Now a 6-2 ball game, still nobody out. And I feel like, scratch what I said earlier, Release is going to play for the run rule here. Aggressive already in this frame. The run rule inducing run is Rossetti in the on-deck circle. So with nobody out, the task is simple. Just keep hitting. One hit at a time, and they can get it done here. First pitch to Kramer, fouled back, 0-1 the count. Even if this game ends up in a run rule, the Marucci Spikes, they have done a tremendous job today. They have battled. They have given it their all in this game. But as of right now, it does look like they're just going to fall a little bit short. Runner goes, the 0-1, swing and a miss. Now 0-2 the count. And Favre is uncontestedly in at second. So Kramer, all he has to do is put the ball in place somewhere, and assuming it's in the outfield and assuming it's down, I would assume that would make it 8-2. Just depends on the placement. The 0-2 up high for ball one. After Rossetti, it is Radvansky, then Holcomb. Just to kind of show where we are in the release order. The 1-2 pops up and out of play, so we will see it again. Kramer battling, kind of like we've seen McKee do throughout the game today at the plate. Just wait for his pitch, and then when it finally comes, he takes advantage. The 1-2, once again, flown foul off to the right side. And once again, nobody out in the inning. That is a key thing to look at. With no one down, this is a really good spot to be in. As a lot can still go wrong, and you have that wiggle room, and you can still stay on offense. The 1-2 taken into the dirt for ball two. Brown over at third, Favre at second. Both looking to come on in and score. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and there is out number one. Strikeout number 3 today for Wary. And we will see if a pitching change is made or any comments are given. The Spikes head coach, he is just going to go back to the dugout. Gave some instructions, but in the end, nothing concrete, at least in regards to changes. And actually, the one thing we're going to see here is an intentional walk. So Rossetti is on, and that is going to bring up Radvansky, who represents the run rule inducing run. They're doing it for the force everywhere. I get that aspect of it, but very interesting at this point in the game. First pitch fouled away, 0-1 the count. Now, if it works out, it's genius. But if it doesn't and it brings in a run, we've seen both ends of this season, then it would be bad. We saw it work out in favor of the team who got intentionally walked, and as that brought in the winning run on a hard 90. We've also seen it work out perfectly as teams were able to win because of it. Fly ball sent into left center field, still going back, and it appears to be a big mistake to intentionally walk him. That is going to bring in a pair. Going to third is Rossetti, and he is in there. It is a 2 RBI double for Radvansky. And now the run rule inducing run is in scoring position for release. And there it is, backfiring unfortunately for the Spikes. That's the risk you take with it. You set up your double play ball, but now you have given them the pieces to ultimately end the game here without giving yourself any more opportunities to go back out and hit. Your defense needs a big stop here if you are the Spikes. Holcomb a chance to win it here. First pitch on the outer edge connects for strike one. Make sure you do stick with us after our game coverage is done and the teams are shaking hands. As after that commercial break, we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. The 0-1, it is a pass ball, and that'll put the run rule inducing run 90 feet away. And the intentionally walked man, Rossetti, comes around to score. And once again, this is the other end of it. It could have worked out great, or in this case, it appears to be the gift that Release needed to get out of here, or at a minimum, take a 7-run lead into the final half inning. But anything floating into the outfield, and they're going to test it. So that is the simple task here. The 1-1 runs inside for ball 2. Holcomb can also be patient and just wait for his pitch. I don't know if they try it again, though. They could potentially intentionally walk Karhoff, as he does have the power to get the ball into the outfield. But we'll see what they end up doing after this at bat. The 2-1, swing and a miss now, 2-2. Both 2 down, that pretty much gets rid of any conversation. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All Holcomb has to do is put the ball into the outfield, and we are done. Here comes the 2-2, and he will take low for ball 3, full count. I would assume he would go on the first pitch if he does have that opportunity to steal, if he does walk here. But once again, one thing at a time. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here comes the payoff pitch. It is up high for ball 4. And that'll put runners at the corners. And will we see them do it again here? Time now called. And rather than an intentional walk, I think they're going to try and bring in a new arm to keep the game going. And that is going to be the case. The call to the bullpen being made by the Marucci Spikes. And as our new pitcher warms up, we will step aside here on SmeeSports. Release Baseball 9, the Marucci Spikes 2 your score in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
As Karhoff gets ready to potentially step in, there has been no designation on if he will be intentionally walked or not yet. I assume the answer is yes, he will. But either way, an opportunity for Karhoff to win it for Release via the run rule. As we look at our new pitcher for the Marucci Spikes, it is going to be number 30, Lucas Klimkowski. So the rising junior has 1 goal and 1 goal only. Force the 7th inning. That is all that he has been brought on to do. Zach Karhoff right now, an opportunity to end the game for Release as he will come on and hit. Runner from first will go. It is bounced in. And the runner at third almost getting a little too trigger happy. He will hold up in the end. But now that'll put Holcomb in scoring position. But all that really does is just negate the double play. Anything in the infield they're throwing home, which could also force a rundown and could force some interesting theatrics. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss, chasing up and out. Now 1-1 the count. So far today, Zach Karhoff has reached on an error/single, has struck out looking, and has hit a double. So if he can repeat the fly ball to center, or excuse me, to the left, or the double, the game ends. And same with the pass ball. Good stop behind the dish. And that'll keep us going. every little play like that keeps us going. If this were to be a walk, then Finn Barman would have the opportunity to end the game for Release. So far across 2 games, 18 runs have scored for Release. Pops up to the right side and foul. Has the right idea getting it up in the air, but not far enough and not in the right spot. Count now 2-2. The winning run at third, and I would say a potential pseudo winning run at the 1 does not come home at second. 2-2 up and in for ball 3, and we are full. And a walk wouldn't be the worst thing, though, for the Spikes. It keeps the game going, and then that forces Barman's hand. Barman can get it done, but Karhoff has had the better track record of putting the ball into the outfield somewhere. Here comes the payoff pitch, and he just wants to poke it, and he will. Kind of chases outside. And that could be one that he knows if he can put the ball in the outfield, that's it. But at the same time, a walk does good for Release, as that then gives you a couple of guys that if one doesn't come home, another one could. Klimkowski tries it again, and it is off the plate for ball 4. It is a walk for Karhoff. And now Finn Barman will have an opportunity to end the game with the bases loaded. This has been a bogey position for Release today, but the last time we saw the bases juiced, they were able to bring in a pair. Middle is back to normal depth, and infield on the corners is still in. And we'll see what ends up happening here with Barman. First pitch up and in for ball 1. And a walk does get the job done as well. I think that is self-explanatory with the bases loaded and needing 1 run, but the focus goes away from simply putting the ball in play to, if you can just draw a walk, you win the game just the same way as a big, big home run would. Flown foul now, 1-1 the count. And after Barman, it is McKee. So if Barman can't get the job done, then you might have the most patient hitter on the squad ready to go in the on-deck circle. And that is why he is in the number 9 slot. The 1-1. Fly ball sent into left field, still going back. The depth should be good. They're going to test it. Not quite. They're going to hold him up. And that throw would have bounced wide. 2 down. And they will have to try it again. The angle looked good. I understand why you don't test it, but at the same time, I feel like that's one that you could be risky on. But now McKee, the last man who will bat this inning. Brown is in the on-deck circle, but he cannot hit. I don't think it is possible for him to come in. First pitch up high for ball 1. Yeah, the bases are loaded. Either somebody comes around to score or the inning's over. So McKee is going to be the last hitter of the game for Release regardless, unless they give up 7 runs in the next inning. The 1-0, it is up high for ball 2. And as things stand, patience is going to be his best avenue to success here. 2 balls away from getting the job done. Bases loaded, 2 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-0 up and out for ball 3. And now they have to have it. Klimkowski has to find a strike, or Release is going to get the 8-run victory. And that'll be back-to-back run rule wins for Release in this tournament. And so far across 2 games, 18 runs have scored, and they have allowed just 3. The 3-0, it is up and out for ball 4, and that is going to be all she wrote for this one. It is a walk-off RBI walk for Matt McKee, and that is going to induce the run rule. 10-2 your final. Release gets the job done in 6 innings. As the teams shake hands, we will step aside one final time, hear a word from our sponsors, and be back on to announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
10-2 your final score in our final game of the day at Kent State University. Your player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. I would say pretty self-explanatory. Matt McKee gets it. Had a 2 RBI double early on in the game that gave Release the lead that they never looked back from. Then he walked in the middle, and then he walked again moments ago to be a walk-off hero. And as the run rule was secured, Release so far across 2 games in this competition, 19 runs to 3 allowed. They are well on their way to getting a big, big victory in this competition, or at a minimum, a good spot in the seeding. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. If you are new, go down below and subscribe. There is no cost associated with it, but it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports. Our next broadcast is going to be tomorrow. 4 games at Thurman Munson, 11, 1:30, 4, and 6:30 first pitches, as that is a part of the 2025 NABF College World Series. And our day gets underway with the Jasper Reds taking on the Mountaineer Lumber Company bright and early at 11. Should be a fun day in Canton. As I mentioned throughout the day, this is our final day of coverage in 2025 with the 965 Midwest Challenge. I thank both Matt Kimmick and Neil Lindgreen for their faith in us this year and for bringing us on, and we are looking forward to 2026, where we look to do even more with the 965 Midwest Challenge. It has been a fun summer, kind of getting engrossed with all of the intricacies of travel baseball. I played in travel ball for 5 years, and really the only thing I cared about was my team and our opponents. But you look at the greater landscape of all of these competitions, so many different baseball leagues, so many different teams, and then you really start to appreciate what travel ball truly is. Every ball player in the area pretty much plays, and it's a fun thing. So many different squads, so many different combinations. You see some guys from Hoover playing with guys from Lakewood, and guys from Hoover then playing with guys from PA, and those PA guys playing with guys from the Toledo area. They bounce all across, and it's just a beautiful, tightly knit community, and it has been really fun to see that kind of, I want to say, grow this year. This has been a big year for travel baseball. A lot more coverage, a lot more media surrounding it, and we are hoping that this is just going to be the start. Once again, thank you to the 965 Midwest Challenge. Make sure you follow them on social media, and I'm looking forward to the next time that we can call a 965 Midwest Challenge game. But until that time, that is it from Schoonover Stadium this summer. Release Baseball gets the win 10-2 over the Marucci Spikes. I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Kent. Thank you one final time to Kent State for allowing us to use their press box. And we will see you again soon. This has been the 2025 Kent State Invite number 4 on SmeeSports in partnership with the 965 Midwest Challenge. Thank you all for tuning in throughout the day. We hope to see you again tomorrow and Sunday for the NABF College World Series. But if not, we will see you again next time.